You're now viewing the greatest of all time. No need for thank yous. The pleasure is all mine. That's my confidence. Yeah, that's right. No downplaying my accomplishments. You call me arrogant, I take it as a compliment. I got that confidence. Come on now.
Flight 527 ready for departure.
Hello, 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 beautiful people, and welcome to the Loose Lip Podcast. My name is Kelsey Ray, and I will be the MUA whose brain you will be picking today. Today, we're going to go over a shorter episode. Last week, I had 12 brides in 8 days, and I don't think I ate more than a protein bar and 1,500 gallons of coffee. I'm still recovering this week. Monday was great, self-indulgent, went to Sephora and Ulta and spent way too much money, but it was fun, and I loved it. I also overindulged in the food a little bit, and I have some food issues, and I was sick all day yesterday. Before we start off the episode, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed on YouTube, iHeart, and Spotify. All of you listeners literally help me thrive when I do this. If you haven't subscribed yet or liked any of the videos on YouTube, please go over and do that. It's kind of a big deal for me, and I really appreciate it. If you are interested in more information about anything that we talk about, feel free to reach out at getloose at looselippodcast.com. I am always here for free information, education, anything that anybody wants to learn about that's specifically to you and your needs, not just a random video that you look up on TikTok or on YouTube, something that's specifically for what you need and what you want to learn about. Feel free to reach out. It's free education. I love helping people. So thank you again for subscribing, and if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm always here. Today, we're going to be talking about clients over the age of 50 and what their expectations are from their artist comparatively from their artist to their client. Today is gray expectations, hair and makeup for the older client. Okay, so let's start with this scenario. You are a young, fresh-faced artist that is ready for anything, right? You have a client walk up to you to get ready in your chair, and they're over 50, and they look at you like you are an alien, like you have no idea what you're doing, like you have just educated yourself off of popularity and you know nothing about aging, you know nothing about the world or life because you don't have a single wrinkle on your face, and you look like you have not a care in the world. What do I do? Well, not to worry, because honestly, these clients are some of my personal favorites to be able to work on because they don't know my skills. More than likely, the person that has hired me when it comes to a wedding, a birthday, whatever the event may be, they've done their research. They understand my background. They see my portfolio. They talk to me over a virtual meeting. They understand that I am capable of dealing with any type of clientele. Those clientele, however, have not done any research, more than likely, and don't understand that I have the experience that I do to be able to give them the looks that they're wanting. They've been doing their hair and makeup the same way for the past 20, 30 years, maybe even more. Why in the hell would they trust a stranger who doesn't look over the age of 30, I'm almost 40 by the way this year, and trust them to give them the look that they're wanting? Why in the hell would I expect them to trust me? I understand where they're coming from. I like the way that I do my makeup, and I like the way that I do my hair, usually when I'm not wearing wigs. I don't trust anybody to do my makeup. I have volunteered to be a model for newer artists when they're trying out for a job, and I cringe because I hate when people do my makeup. They don't do it correctly, and I understand where those clients of a certain age are coming from. I am not in their bathroom every day. I don't use their products. I don't even know what they're using unless I ask. So how am I expected to give them the results that they're expecting to look like every day, but slightly elevated? It's very hard to trust a stranger with. This bubble that you have, it's a personal thing to have somebody come into that bubble, not only while you're probably not wearing any makeup and your hair isn't done because you prepped so that you could have your hair and makeup done. So now you're naked in front of a stranger expecting them to make you look like yourself? God, no. I completely get where they're coming from. But you as an artist need to project confidence. You need to be a professional. I speak about this in another episode of mine, by the way. And you need to have the experience with those types of clients, with the issues that they're wanting to conceal, and with the areas that they want to bring out and emphasize. You need to have experience not just with young, bright faces and all the trendy looks that people are doing on social media. You need to know how to accommodate clients that are of a certain age that have issues like skin texture issues, sun damage, discoloration in general, thinner skin, or maybe even plumper skin. There's so many different elements that go into it that you need to know as a professional to be able to accommodate those clients. Next section is going to be going over a few things that are tips that I've used with clients of a certain age that really do help with their looks, as well as some things that clients expect from me that maybe I rise to the occasion or maybe I haven't. One of the biggest tips that I can give other artists that I'm training or people that I've worked with before that ask me how to handle a certain situation, the best thing that I can tell another artist is be accessible for your clients. Be able to answer questions, take personal emails, take text messages. You are running a business. You are there for your clients. Yes, of course, you have to have boundaries, but be there. You're there as an educator. You need to know your client. And by knowing your client, you need to be accessible. If a client has questions for the person that booked you for whatever event you may be doing, and it's a question about a look, or it's a question about what kind of products you use, or it's a question about, do you have examples of people my age, or with this type of skin concern that I have? You need to be the one that they go directly to, not third manning it through the person who booked you. You need to be accessible. Yes, sometimes it can be a pain in the ass, but you are going to build so much trust for this client, maybe even for future events. I have clients who looked at me when I walked up to them and thought, oh no, she can't do this. She doesn't know what she's doing. I blew them out of the water, and now I do every special event for them. Holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, daughter's wedding. Those people become loyal to you because you were a human being to them, and that's all they're looking for. The second thing that you really need to do is you need to find products that are going to work on 99.9% of your clientele, whether it be young skin, old skin, younger hair follicles, older hair follicles that have been through the ringer. Doesn't matter. You need to have products that are accessible for everybody and that work on everybody. Some of the brands that I personally love to have in my kit for skincare especially are First Aid Beauty and Pharmacy. Pharmacy has their makeup removing balm. I'm not sponsored by anyone, by the way, but their makeup removing balm is fantastic. And it's a great suggestion for older clients. They don't want multiple different products. They want one product that can go from a balm makeup remover to adding some water, and now it's a milky face cleanser that doesn't strip your face. How awesome is that? You can use it with your client there, and then also tell them they can get it at their local whatever beauty store. It's more building of that trust. Now you're using a product that they can also use. You're bringing them up to your level. You're having a connection with them. Having products that work on everybody also means less work for you. I love First Aid Beauty. First Aid Beauty is my go-to brand, again, not sponsored, that works on 99.99% of my clients. I adore them. I use their resurfacing pads. I use their oatmeal toner. I use their ultra repair cream. There's eye cream in there. There's so many different products that work on everyone, and the clinical testing is insane. The fact that I love them so much is especially when I'm dealing with older clients. Their skin might be thinner. Their skin might be drier. Their skin might be oilier. There's all kinds of different scenarios that you have when dealing with a clientele of a certain age group. And with those issues, prep is the most important for the look. It's going to keep the makeup better. It's going to give them that make me look younger without giving me surgery and Botox look. It's going to benefit your process as well as their confidence so much more. With First Aid Beauty, it's accessible. It's not super expensive, but it's still a high quality brand, and it's still luxury to a point. There is so many benefits of using that brand. I love them to death. Again, not sponsored, but I always recommend them for newer artists when dealing with any skin type. Putting the Ultra Repair Cream on a thick layer on drier skin and then leaving it be. Maybe move on to the eyes. Maybe go do the hair. Using that and letting it soak into the skin, then tissuing off or using a clean makeup brush to sweep off the extra that hasn't been absorbed by the skin. Their skin will look probably 5 to 6 years younger just because you hydrated it so much. Do not use products that say that they tighten instantly. Please, for God's sake, do not use those. All they do is dehydrate the skin. They're going to make the the client's skin look worse afterward, even though they have a temporary lift. They are made to tighten and dehydrate the skin. Don't use those, please. Even if you use them before on clients, for the long term, your client is going to hate you for these. They've dehydrated the one area where they show age the most, which is the eyes. Why would you try to make them look older or less plump or more irritated just for a temporary effect? When you're dealing with the eye area, eye masks, eye patches, giving someone a thicker coating of eye cream around the eye area, and again, letting it sit like I do with the Ultra Repair Cream on the face, that's going to be so beneficial for your makeup application as well as the look in the end. It's going to stay better. It's going to look fresher. They're going to look tighter and plumper. They're going to appreciate it more. When you have hairstyling, if you have a client that has done their hair a certain way for a long time, they might not know the products that they're supposed to use. Do not judge them. Do not talk down to them. They are not trained like you are. They are not trained in the products that you are using, let alone the science behind them. If you see a client with an issue, hair, face, skin, whatever it is, educate them. Tell them how, or give them suggestions. Explain to them why you're using it, how it benefits them, and where they can get it. That not only helps your client in the future, but also builds trust. So the takeaway from all of this is 3 things. Number 1, being accessible for your client and having your client be able to ask you the questions that they're afraid to ask in person with their styling. Get to know your client, know what they use, know their products, know their styling wants and needs. Don't just have them be a paycheck. Second, find brands that work for everyone. Brands that work for 99.9% of all your clientele, not just fresh young faces. You also need products that are going to benefit and work for the older clientele as well. And last but not least, educate throughout your process. If you have a client who has done their styling and their makeup the same way for X amount of years, they might not know that there are better products out there. They might not know that there's a better technique that they haven't been taught before. They are not the professional you are. Educate as you do the service. This builds trust with your client and also gives them confidence with your abilities. Now, this one's for the clients, and I'm not going to be mean, but I'm going to be honest, especially when I've had clients that are of a certain age group and over a certain age, say 50. They do have this distrust when they come to sit with me. Not everybody. Majority of my clientele are quite lovely. There have been some people that have given me some difficulties throughout my career, and I've learned some things from them. Having a clientele over a certain age is my favorite because I tend to impress them the most. People that are hiring me for their event already know what they're getting into. They already know what they're doing with me. They've seen my portfolio, they've talked to me, so on and so forth. The ones that haven't, though, are the ones that I really like working with. You guys are the ones that I have to impress the most. You're uncomfortable with the situation. 99.9% of my clients in the Pacific Northwest don't wear makeup at all. They barely wear SPF and chapstick. It's a very naked face kind of clientele up here. When a client comes to me and they say they don't wear makeup ever, or they don't want to look heavy with their makeup, or they don't want to look overdone, I know what that means. That's pretty much every one of my clients that I already work with on a normal basis. When they have their hair and their makeup a certain way for so long, I don't expect them to think that I know exactly how to do their makeup and their hair. I don't get offended by it if they don't trust me. The thing that I have to say for clientele, though, if we're dealing with somebody that's going into a service, hair or makeup, and they've never met their makeup artist before, the best things that you can do for your makeup artist or stylist, number 1, please tell them what you want. Exactly, to a T. Bring pictures in of how you liked your hair that one time at that one event, or bring in a picture that you liked your makeup this one time. Give your artist as much information on the styling that you want as possible. Don't just sit down and say you don't want to look like you're wearing makeup. That doesn't tell us shit. We have techniques, we have products, we have so many different things in our artillery that we can help you achieve the styling and the makeup look that you want. but we need to know more. Tell us the products that you use at home. Tell us how you style your hair and what hot tools you use. If you use certain shampoos and conditioners, if you use a certain skincare line, or if you don't have a routine at all, tell us everything. The more we know, the more we can benefit you for your looks. When you sit down with me in a chair and expect me to recreate exactly the look that you want, that you normally do, but slightly elevated, and I don't have any information for that, we're going to have to work together. Give your artist and stylist the most information that you can. Lead them in the correct direction. Don't just say, oh, whatever you think is best, because the more information you give us as professionals, the more we can help you and get you a better result. Second, please be nice. We don't know you. We're not here to make you look bad. You are our billboard. You're going to be walking out in the world displaying our work. Why would we want you to look bad? We want you to look good because that makes us look good. If we have tricks and tips and things that you normally don't do, tell us you're uncomfortable with it. Let's discuss it. Don't yell. Don't be irritated because we didn't know something that we didn't know. If we have all the information that I just spoke about and we have divulged everything and we still do it wrong, that's okay. It's makeup and hair. You can fix it. Let's fix it to where you want it to be. Don't take that as we don't know what we're doing. Take that as that was a good first attempt. Let's adjust it to where we want it to be. Third, please by all means speak your mind. Tell us exactly how you want whatever. Don't say, oh, it looks great. Walk off and talk shit or complain about it later when everybody else is done and you're already at the event and there's nothing we can do to fix it. I expect my clients to be as blunt as possible. Not rude, but blunt. Tell me that you don't like something a certain way. Tell me that you want to adjust, make it darker, make it lighter, whatever it is. I can do that for you. What I can't do is satisfy you an hour later when I'm already gone. I want you the happiest you can be. And so does every other professional hair and makeup artist. We want to satisfy you because that's our job. It's customer service. But if we can't do that because you didn't tell us what you wanted or wanted to adjust, is it really our fault? No, it's not. Speak up. You're in a safe place. You're with somebody who wants to make you feel confident, make you feel good, make you feel beautiful. Speak your mind. Tell us what you do and don't want. I appreciate people who speak their mind. I appreciate people and clientele who have a certain age, who are over 45, who are over 50, who want to feel confident. I appreciate you. I want to be there to help you. And I know every other professional that's in a beauty service job wants to do the same thing. We are here as educators. We are here as confidants. We are here as partners for you with your look. There's a lot of pressure that goes towards clientele that are over a certain age. And society has kind of forgotten about you or pushed the idea that you shouldn't embrace what you have aging. The best thing that I've seen in my career with clientele of a certain age is the happy moments. As a professional for a client who is over a certain age, you can reap so many benefits personally from their experience. I had one mother of the groom for a wedding that I worked on with a friend of mine. And she is by far one of my favorite experiences because she came to my chair. You could tell already that her confidence had been very diminished over the years. She didn't think very highly of herself. She didn't like the way that she had aged. And to me, she was stunning already without makeup, but she just couldn't see it. After we were done, I used very little makeup, to be honest. I covered up some discoloration that she hated. I brightened up her eyes. She had told me that she did her eye makeup a certain way. I asked her if she didn't mind if I tried a different technique that might actually make her eyes look brighter and bigger and more lifted. She was hesitant, but she said okay. When we were done and I showed her the difference between the before and after, she started to cry. She was so happy that she still looked like herself, but she did indeed look brighter. She did look more lifted in the eye area, which was her biggest concern. Her discoloration from sun exposure had been covered up and concealed, but not caked on makeup. There was little techniques and tricks that I did throughout the process that I talked to her about, that I walked with her through. I told her that the way that she was doing her eyeliner actually was making her eyes look smaller, even though she had been used to doing it for so many years. Maybe try it this way. And if she didn't like it in the end, I could do exactly what she's used to. Just trying something different might be nice. I didn't come at her. I didn't judge her for not knowing how to do her makeup a certain way. All I saw was a person who needed confidence and who was beautiful on the outside and inside but could not see it. There's times where I have had clientele who didn't like what I did. I had a client one time who was the mother of a client. She wanted to get her hair and makeup done, but she was really adamant that she was not going to like me. When she sat down with me, she complained about every single thing that I was doing, every way that I was doing it. Every moment she had something negative to say about it. At the end, when she saw her makeup, it was completely different from how she wanted it, even though it matched exactly the photos that she had given me. She was just not happy. That's okay. I adjusted it to where it needed to be. She was having a bad day. Things were not going her way. She just maybe wasn't a very positive person in general. That's not my fault. I did the best of my abilities and I worked with what she gave me. Those moments are very few and far between, but they happen. I, as a professional, will always step up and try to do the best that I can. Like I mentioned, you're my billboard. I want you to look good. But if you come into a situation where you're negative, it's going to get you negative results. That's it for gray expectations, hair and makeup for the older clientele. Has anybody that was listening ever experienced that, being a client over a certain age and getting your hair or makeup done by somebody who's younger than you and not trusting them? Have you ever tried to express yourself and weren't heard by a professional? Were you a professional and you've dealt with clients that are of a certain age and you have tips and tricks? Let me know in the comments below. As well, if you have any questions about products, process, styling, anything that has to do with beauty in general, and you want it specifically customized to your wants and needs, feel free to reach out to me. Reach out on social media, comment below if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, or email me at getloose@looselippodcast.com. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Bad day, and I get... There's a spider on my desk. There's a spider on my desk. There's a spider on my desk. No. Oh, God. Oh, God. Behind my desk. Fuck. Got him, though. Bastard. I can't take it anymore. I took the wig off. I'm done.